They told us Antarctica was a desert, a 2-mile thick block of ice, where nothing lives and nothing happens. They told us it was the most boring place on Earth. But if that's true, why is it the most guarded? Why did every major world power, in the middle of a Cold War, sign a treaty to keep the public out? Welcome to the edge of the world. A place where GPS signals fail, where compasses spin in circles, and where the line between history and myth is frozen solid. For decades, whistleblowers have whispered about structures under the ice mass of geometric shapes that shouldn't exist. They talk about Operation Hijump, a military mission that went in looking for whales and came back talking about flying saucers. Today, we aren't looking at the maps they give us. We are looking at the footage they tried to delete. This is the Antarctica cover-up, and the truth is much colder than you think. In 1946, the United States launched Operation Hijump. On paper, it was a scientific expedition. But you don't send 4,700 troops, an aircraft carrier, and a fleet of destroyers to count penguins. Led by Admiral Richard E. Byrd, the mission was supposed to last 6 months. It ended in 8 weeks. Why the rush? Official records say extreme weather. But unofficial accounts from the men who were there tell a story of a silent, terrifying war. Rumors began to circulate that the fleet encountered something in the Bunga Hilsan area of the ice that was inexplicably warm, with open lakes and green vegetation. More chilling were the reports of crafts that could fly from pole to pole at incredible speeds. Byrd himself, in an interview with a Chilean newspaper upon his return, warned that the US needed to prepare for an invasion from objects that could fly with incredible speed. Was he talking about the remnants of a hidden base, or something much older? Something that has been here long before the first humans stepped foot on the ice. But the mystery goes deeper literally. There is a legend of a secret diary kept by Admiral Byrd. In it, he supposedly recorded a flight beyond the South Pole and into a hole in the Earth. He described a land that wasn't frozen. A land with forests, flowing rivers, and creatures that looked like mammoths. Modern science laughs at the hollow Earth theory. They say the Earth is a solid ball of molten rock and iron. But then, how do we explain the seismic anomalies? How do we explain the holes caught on early satellite footage that were later scrubbed by NASA? If you look at the North and South Poles on Google Earth today, you'll notice something strange. The very center of the poles is often blurred out or covered by a perfect white circle. They say it's a data gap. But in the age of high-definition satellites, do we really believe they just forgot to take a picture of the most important points on the planet? Or are they hiding the entrance to something we aren't supposed to see? 2 miles beneath the Russian Vostok station lies Lake Vostok. It has been sealed off from the rest of the world for 15 million years. It is an alien world, right here on Earth. When Russian scientists finally broke through the ice in 2012, the reports were disturbing. Whistleblowers claimed the team encountered organism 46b, a highly intelligent, multi-limbed predator that used a form of hypnosis to lure its prey. They said it killed several researchers before being captured. Is it possible that the extreme pressure and isolation of the subterranean lakes created a separate branch of evolution? But it's not just the biology. Satellites have detected a massive magnetic anomaly at the southeastern tip of the lake. It is a concentrated magnetic field that shouldn't be there. Some geologists say it's a natural iron deposit. Others, looking at the perfect circular shape of the reading, believe it's the remains of a crashed craft ore, a massive power source for a city that has been running for millennia beneath the ice. In 2016, the internet exploded when Google Earth users found what appeared to be pyramids in the Ellsworth Mountains. They were perfectly symmetrical. They looked identical to the Great Pyramids of Giza. Geologists were quick to call them Nunatak's natural mountain peaks, shaped by erosion. But erosion doesn't usually create 90-degree angles and perfectly flat faces on all 4 sides. If these are pyramids, it changes everything. It means that tens of thousands of years ago, Antarctica wasn't a wasteland. It was a civilization. Maps like the Peary Race map from 1513 show the Antarctic coastline with incredible detail without the ice. How could a map from the 16th century show a continent that wasn't officially discovered until 1820? And how could it show the land beneath the ice, unless the person who drew it had access to knowledge from a time when the ice wasn't there? We are taught that human civilization is only 6,000 years old, but the stones in Antarctica suggest we are a species with amnesia. The Antarctic Treaty is the only agreement in history that has never been broken. Even at the height of the Cold War, the US and the Soviet Union worked together on the ice. Why? Because they found something that made their petty wars look insignificant. Whether it's ancient technology, alien outposts, or a world within our own, Antarctica remains the final frontier of the unexplained. The more they tell us there is nothing to see, the more we should look. The ice is melting, and as it recedes, the secrets it has kept for millions of years are starting to surface. Some researchers claim that the rising temperatures are not just a climatic shift, but a deliberate move to uncover what has been hidden for so long. Every year, more private contractors and military personnel are shipped to the ice. They aren't there for the scenery. They are there to manage the discovery of the century. What do you think is hiding at the bottom of the world? Is it a base, a city, or something we can't even imagine? The evidence is stacking up. From the high-resolution satellite blackouts to the strange seismic pulses recorded by sensors across the globe. Perhaps the ice wall isn't just a physical barrier, but a psychological one, designed to keep our minds away from the truth of our origins. We are looking for life on Mars, while ignoring the giants sleeping in our own backyard. Leave your theories in the comments. Are these structures natural formations, or the ruins of a pre-deluge world? And remember, not everything that is hidden is lost. Some things are just waiting for the ice to melt. Thanks for watching. If you want to see more classified footage and deep dives into the world's greatest mysteries, hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications. The truth is out there, under the ice. We are only just beginning to scratch the surface.